Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2013 look at the NCHSAA playoffs. I'm Dale Ross.
And I'm the pet man, Matt Morrow.
And Matt, this next game is a 4A game. We got number 11, Porter Ridge, at 7-4, going up to play with number 6, Watauga, at 8-3. These two teams, going up to Watauga is going to be no different. It's a great place, by the way. I've had an opportunity to go watch a ball game at Watauga. I think this is going to be a good road trip for number 11 Porter Ridge.
It's going to be cold too.
It's going to be cold, but I think it could be a very fruitful trip.
Okay. A little bit about Watauga, doing some research. A traditional mountain type team. They're going to run the ball first and foremost. I think the key for Watauga here is you've got to have some play action ready to go. You can't just run straight at Porter Ridge, all game long. The last game they played Rocky River, who's a run first team, and who's got some really good athletes at quarterback and running back. And, Rocky River scored off of a short field. They scored on a defensive touchdown. And, they had one drive, and that was off of a big run that they gave up. So they're not a team that gives up a lot of, points in the run game. And their loss to Butler. Butler had a lot of big plays, especially in the passing game and the quarterback running. Mm-hmm. From what I understand about Watauga, they're not the most athletic type of team. So running right at Porter Ridge, is not going to be, very successful on a consistent basis. I think they got to be able to throw the ball off of play action. Porter Ridge has a very good middle linebacker in Nick Vagnon. And there was a game earlier this season against Mount Tabor. He had 24 tackles. So that's a big part of the reason why you can't run straight at these guys. Also, Watauga started out 5-0, and they've only been 3-3 since that 5-0 start. And the most interesting thing is they've only been 3-3 at home. So they play better on the road, but obviously this is a home game. So maybe they feel some more pressure at home. Maybe they play better teams at home. I'm not sure what the case is there. But the key for Porter Ridge, their starting quarterback did not play last week against Rocky River. So if Isaiah Hickman, their starter, is ready to go, I like their chances a lot better because the quarterbacks behind them, they're not, as well equipped to run the Porter Ridge offense, which is more of a shotgun spread type of thing. They like to do some option type stuff off of that. And the other quarterbacks don't do that as well as Hicklin. They'll be able to throw the ball against Watauga. And they've got two really good receivers on the outside, and Luke Bailey, number 9, and number 2, Hardison. Mm-hmm. And Bailey's a big play guy. Hardison's more of a speed guy. They'll be able to make some plays, so Watauga's got to be able to key in on them in passing situations. They've also got number 1, Jarek Robbins, at running back. He's a real short speedster guy who plays all over the field, offense, defense, and special teams. Do not kick the ball to him because he's taken the feet to the house already this season. I think for Porter Ridge, they got to get their speed guys in space in Hardison and Robbins, and let Luke Bailey win some jump balls and matchups on the outside in the passing game. But Porter Ridge has got championship experience. They've got players that have been in this situation many times over. And, for Watauga to get a home game is good, but they drew a heck of a matchup here with Porter Ridge.
And I was going to say something, but I wanted to make certain I had all my numbers right. Of course, last year, Watauga went to Indian Trail and lost 69-0.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So that was in the first round.
So they're familiar with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just couldn't remember what the score was. That's why I didn't say anything. I wanted to look it up. Mm-hmm. And while I'm here, just looking at a few of the stats, you mentioned Robbins. Right. Robbins had 102 yards in the game last year. Okay. 9 carries, 102 yards, 1 TD. Mm-hmm. To me, like I said, I think this will be a very fruitful trip for Porter Ridge. I think while you hate to go on the road, and they're going to have to go up and play in the cold.
Right.
It's going to be very cold this weekend. I remember a similar situation. I think it was 2 years ago when they went up to play ACR.
Okay.
And in the first round. I think it was a first round or second round game. Anyway, I don't think this is that tight a ball game as it was, then. I really think that what Porter Ridge can bring to bear is going to be a lot more than what Watauga can handle. The speed, the athleticism, the pass game, the run game. Looking at the run game last year for Watauga, which has always been, traditionally, that's been Watauga's strength, is the run game.
Right.
They've produced a number of Division I running backs over the last 10 years. And last year, they were able to pick up 139 yards. So they had one running back, Augustine, who had 115 yards. And of course, he was a senior, so he's not back.
Okay.
So I think the Boneyard's going to take a trip, I'm sure. They took it last year on the road. They take it on the road every year. So the Boneyard's going to get to go up to that very nice. The stadium's down in a bowl. You guys are going to enjoy it, I think. It really is a good environment for a football game. Enjoy your game, folks, and have a good one.
For all you can eat while I'ma stuff my face to a broken beat. We're gonna walk inside.